Hi, my name is Jen. Welcome to my channel, All of My Plants. Today I have favorites for the month of March, since we're in March, and they're my favorite right now. I think I have, I don't know, 7 maybe? I'm not 100% sure. Can you see some of them? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to jump right in and talk about them. The first one, since I just patted its head, I hauled this plant on this channel August, I think, of last year. So I got it in the fall, late summer, early fall. And it's so pretty. It's Alocasia Okinawa Silver. Is that not lovely? My husband picked this one out, and it did not have a lot of variegation when he picked it out, but it was a healthy looking plant. This leaf is kind of yellow. I had it in the cabinet because I have a problem with my Alocasia. Is that right? Alocasia? Yeah, I'm confusing Alocasia and Anthurium in my head. But I had it in the cabinet and it got kind of bleached out. Can you see the yellow on there? So it was getting too much light. It didn't love that, so I took it back out of there. Also, this plant probably currently has spider mites. It always has spider mites. This is the new leaf. Is that not stunning? Beautiful. It's a good leaf. But yeah, so I'm fighting with all my Alocasia really with spider mites all the time. All the time. If I wash them, I just go ahead and treat them, which basically entails blasting them with water, then coming back and blasting them with either like Captain Jack's, or actually the last time I did this one I used soapy alcohol water, and then I wiped every leaf and petiole down, sprayed the surface of the soil, washed off the pot, you know, just all the things to try to keep them from taking over. But anyway, so we don't have the most leaves right now. We have 3. But it's okay. I just repotted it because it was drying so quickly. So I'm hoping that maybe we can get a few more leaves maintained on this plant. There weren't any corms when I repotted it. I wasn't terribly disruptive, but I didn't see any. It would be cool if it would like pup on its own. That would be really sweet. But anyway, it's a good plant and I still love it. I know I hauled it and it kind of disappeared, but yeah, I've been really eyeballing it a lot lately. I don't know if it's the spider mites or if it's that I just think it's pretty. It's probably both. It's a good plant. The next one is this little guy, and it doesn't look like much. Let's see. It is Anthurium, Clarinervium, Pterodactyl, and Magnificum. I think I got these a little before Christmas. I hauled them on here. This one here came as a rehab, which it had 1 leaf. That is long gone. It grew another leaf. That is long gone. And it's got some crunchiness here. That looks like spider mite damage, does it not? I have not treated this plant. I've not done anything to this plant. And this is the new leaf. I see no evidence of spider mites on it. I have sprayed it with water, but that's about it. But I don't know, like, is that spider mites? Because I've seen it on other anthuriums as well, this like white spottiness. I don't know, but anyway, this is a new leaf. It's not hardened off yet. It's still very tender. It is so pretty. It has a lovely like sheen to it, which I know my camera, between the camera and the light, it's like, nah. You can kind of see it a little bit maybe. But it's like blue, green. It's like varying shades of green. Looking at it over here in the darkness, it just looks like an olive green. But it's so pretty. It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm kind of starting to really like this plant. Yeah, it's a good one. While I'm talking about an anthurium, my queen anthurium, Rockianum, I've had it for about a year. And I've knocked it over 3 times and snapped every leaf off of it. And I just did it again. I got a nice big beautiful leaf, not huge, big for me. And I snapped it. I'll put in a picture of that over here. So I'm back to a stump again with that. So that's the update on that guy. It's very sad for me. Then we've got a Monstera Saltpakana variegated. This one here, I do like this plant. Haven't had it long. I got it, I think, the same time that I just got the Anthurium I showed you, so around Christmas, maybe a little bit before. This is a lovely plant, but you'll notice this leaf is all white. the previous leaf was mostly white. It's kind of like done the mint thing where it's faded down to a green. Hoping this one does the same. I don't know. That's really white. So y'all know what's getting ready to happen to this plant, right? I'm gonna chop it. But can you see how tight the internodal spacing is there? Like, it's tight. It is really tight. So, yeah, that, and we don't really have much adventitious roots. I can see a couple little nubbins down in there trying to start adventuring. I don't know. That's a thing with variegated plants, I guess. But it's so pretty. Isn't it lovely? So anyway, I'm showing it because, once again, I'm staring at this plant all the time here lately. It seems to be putting out new leaves pretty quickly right now. I don't know. Hopefully they're not all yellow. But yeah, so this is the last time that you'll probably see this plant looking like this. I might give it a little bit longer just to see if we can get some more aerial roots going. I'm going to chuck it in this tent here. Can you see it at all? Yeah. But I'm going to chuck it in there and we'll see how that goes. I don't know, but it's beautiful and I love it. I do. I say that about all the plants, don't I? It's true. One more good look at it. Because, yeah, it'll never be exactly this iteration of this plant again. Not exactly. Let's do a Hoya. So this is Hoya Sunrise? Yes, it's Hoya Sunrise. It's not the most stressed one. It was a little bit redder when I had it still up here in this room, but it's been downstairs. You can see it's some stressing here and there. But I've been staring at it. It's like it's grown quite a bit. It was a little pot with a couple branches sticking out. But anyway, it has flowered before. It's going to again. Look, this peduncle has a satellite peduncle. Isn't that cool? Its peduncle has a peduncle. Where's another one? There's another one that's a bit further along. If we can focus on not me. I'm having a hard time today. There we go, maybe. Maybe. So it's got a few on there. Let's see, I see 3. Oh, that one's doing pretty good. That one's doing all right. 4. I don't know, but anyway, very cool, very cool. I also have Numelarioides, I think, that's about to flower, and my Hoya obovata is actually maturing a peduncle finally. It's actually got little buds on it. It has a lot of peduncles on it, and I just treated it for spider mites, question mark, and it wasn't like that before, so I don't know, maybe it liked being completely scrubbed. Maybe it was just happy to be thoroughly hydrated. Maybe the spider mites are happy, so they convinced the plant to flower. I don't know. They're all well hydrated. But yeah, oh, there's another peduncle that's not doing anything yet. But so I'm excited because it's going to flower. It's been growing quite a bit lately. And I love it. I love it. It looks crazy, and it's in a little pot inside of a heavier pot because as it dries, it'll just fall over on its face. Or as it stands, it sits on a top shelf kind of downstairs, so it'll just fall off into the floor. And we don't want that because that's what happened to the Queen Anthurium. Okay, how about a Philodendron? So also when I got the Anthurium that I just showed you and the other plant that I showed you, what was that? The Monstera Ansonii. I got, it was supposed to be like Soderoy, Majestic, Glorious, some things that were just in a cup, like in a cup of water. Also, Yanocardi Road, the red Syngonium, it's like really dark upside and then upside, top side, and then if you flip the leaf over and look at the back, it's a very dark red or purpley, maroon, burgundy. I don't know colors. But this is one of the ones that was also in there. Oop. Dumping stuff. So they all look like majestic to me. One of them was supposed to be Soderoy. I don't know, maybe I've convinced myself that the one that I've been calling Mame, maybe that's the Soderoy, but I've convinced myself it's Mame. I don't know. I'll have to like put in a picture of that over here, and maybe you can tell me. But anyway, I'm really happy with these. This one here I had it in a prop box until recently, growing roots in bonsai mix. I had it in bonsai mix. I think I had the other two in bonsai mix as well, but they were like in the cabinet, and one was in open air. I just wanted to see how they do. But yeah, so I don't know if this one's grown at all. But anyway, I just switched it to soil. Let me show you the other ones. I've been having pole parties here lately. I've stopped filling up the top of the pole if it doesn't need to be that tall or that full of moss, because it's heavy. It's heavy, it's messy, and it's hard to get water from the top all the way down to the bottom to make contact with the plant where it needs to be. So that's why this pole is mostly empty. I'm gonna have to move you down so you can see this one, because I can't move it any higher. We're hitting the ceiling. Oh. So this is, oh, do I need to back up? What do I need to do here? So this is Philodendron majestic. I can't really get any closer, at least I think it's majestic. That's what we're going with. It's a little bit dirty. I've just repotted it and stuck it on this pole. There's two in here, one on this side. It was having leaf issues on this particular plant. The one on this side didn't have any problem unfurling. Sorry, unfurling leaves. I'm beating the heck out of the ceiling. I'm really beating the ceiling. But, like, can we see it there? I'm sorry, this is a terrible angle, but I can't move it any higher. And I can't really move the plant or the camera too much lower without lights and stuff falling off. So here we are, Chaos with Jen. Yeah, it's a really pretty plant, and I really hope it continues to do well. But I think they're both majestic. I mean, I think. Like, I'll show you one leaf on each plant, as close as I can get it without throwing the whole thing to the floor. There's one. That's the largest leaf on either plant. And then this leaf is coming from the other plant. They both look like the same thing, right? Isn't that crazy? They do have like a red hint to the backs of them when they're new. I don't know if you can see it, but they do. It's not like varicosum red, but it's red. So I don't know. Let's get you back up here. Yeah, so I'm not 100% sure. I think they're all the same thing, but like I said, I'll put in a picture of the other one. You can tell me. And then this plant here, I'm pretty sure I just showed this plant. I don't know, maybe not. But I got it, I want to say it was cold already, so I haven't had this long. Not 100% sure when I got it. I'll put it on screen. But anyway, this is Hoya New Guinea Ghost. This is not showing as well as I'm seeing it myself. But it's starting to sun stress there, those newer leaves. And they are so pretty, so pretty. Even not sun stressed. Like, I think this is a gorgeous plant. I can see where all the hype came from when this was kind of expensive for a 2-leaf cutting. And the way it grows, I can see why the price has come down as quickly as it has. Worth every penny. Whether you pay high or low, you know, pay what you're comfortable paying, but it's a great plant. It grows fast. I've already propagated it. It's grown. I haven't put it back in here yet, though. I think that was my plan originally. So maybe we'll get there. Even the backs of the leaves are cool. Like the markings on the back of the leaves. I don't know. I just love the whole plant. I do. I do. It's great. And that's why I'm always showing it, I feel like. I don't know. It's one of my favorite Hoyas for sure, all the time. All the time. I don't know if it's the color, the speed of growth. It's all the things. Yeah, I love it. I love it. This guy here, who I also put on a pole that I can't move any higher, so I'm going to bring you down a little bit. This one that I'm holding crooked, so that you can kind of see it. Monstera Saltpakana. This plant has been so mad at me for so long. It's been in a little bitty pot. It really didn't have many roots considering it's been in there for like a year. So I've repotted it, cleaned it up, broke a few leaves. I don't know if you can see the dangly one here. Oops. Broke more than that. But anyway, so I've got it on a pole now, and we'll see if it gets happier. But I still love this plant. Like, if I can not drop this whole thing on the floor. Like the leaf, the venation, is that the word I'm looking for? The coloring. Like, and they're such thin leaves. They're so delicate. So delicate. Like, they're as thin as the Adansonii leaves. And they look like they'd be thicker and more rigid, really, but they're not. They're not. It's so pretty. Come on now. I'm beating the heck out of the ceiling. I just really need you to see and appreciate this plant. Even if I have to hold it sideways in a weird angle. Like, it's so pretty. Y'all wish me luck. Let's hope it grows and attaches to this pole, if I can actually remember to keep it moist. The good news is I am going to be chucking some plants out in the greenhouse soon, so that should help. That should help. The humidity and warmth out there once it actually gets warm. I've had this plant for a few years now, and I never talk about it. It's actually two different ones. This one here that's alone on its own on this side, it's Ficus Elastica ruby. The leaves come in pinker, and then Taniki on the other side. This whole situation, this whole chaos thing that's going on here is one of my favorites. I cannot grow a fiddle leaf fig to save my life. However, I find that with Ficus Elastica, I do okay. I do okay. And they do drop some leaves, and I do forget to water them. Stuff happens. They even get spider mites occasionally. Actually, I don't think... No, I have had spider mites on this one. But I have the burgundy as well. It's in a heap. And that one gets spider mites worse than this guy does. But, like, it's so pretty. It's not the biggest thing in the world, considering that I've had it for years. But this ruby, when I got it, like, I'm holding the pot just above my waist. Can you see it? So it's you know, it's a couple feet tall, I guess. I'm gonna say roughly 24 inches. No, that's exaggerating. 18. But and when I got it, it was, you know, a little starter plant in a pot. So I'm considering the Shiveriana. I've talked with one of you about it, actually, about the one you got, and I almost got it from the same seller. So I'm glad I didn't, because I've seen them locally in one nursery that I go to all the time, Thomas Gardens, New Church, Virginia. He had them, little bitty starters of them, and they're small, but the price was, I think, more fair than the online seller I was considering purchasing from. So this feels thirsty. It feels thirsty. I just chuck it in there, and it's got a little spout. Like, I wait for it to drain through, suck up what it's going to suck, and then I just dump the excess out. But anyway, I really like it. It's really pretty. So yeah, I don't know why I planted them all in the same pot. I think I just wanted a fuller pot. That, and I didn't want to chase them around, and they were similar enough that I think that the ruby just adds a little bit of a splash of color to the Taniki. Like, I don't know. I think the overall effect is lovely. Is lovely. And these do come in a little bit pink as well, just not this bold. Not that bold. On the regular Taniki. Taniki? Am I saying that wrong? Probably. Sorry. You can try to teach me a new trick if you want. It might stick. Throw it at me, it might stick. Okay, I think that was everybody. So that was actually a pretty quick video for me. Yeah. I'm working on a kind of chores video. I planted some Hoya seeds, so stay tuned for that. That'll be next video, I believe. You'll see how they're coming along. And I fought with a moss pole. It's an ongoing thing, so you know, keep an eye out for that. I'm recording it because I'm actually waiting to see something happen with the Hoya seeds. So yeah, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging out with me, and come back and check me out again soon. Bye.